Have you ever prayed until your knees ached, until your heart felt ready to burst, only to walk away wondering if your words ever left the room? Have you ever watched someone pray for 5 minutes and see a miracle while you've been crying out for years with nothing changing? Let me tell you something. The problem is not God's willingness to answer. The problem is not weak faith. The problem is a spirit that's not prepared to pray, a signal filled with interference. Tonight, I want to show you 5 ancient spiritual habits that unlock the frequency of heaven. When you begin practicing them, your prayer life will never be the same. Jesus said in Matthew 6:6, "When you pray, go into your secret place." He wasn't talking about a physical room. He was talking about the inner chamber of your heart, the treasure room of your spirit. But most of us come to prayer with cluttered minds, distracted hearts, scattered spirits. Your body is praying, but your mind is still scrolling. Your lips are praying, but your heart is somewhere else. So the first habit is this: fast from noise before you pray. 10 minutes of silence. No phone, no music, no distractions. At first, your mind will race, but stay there, breathe. Let the chaos settle. And when you finally open your mouth, your prayer will come from a centered, present, connected spirit. The second habit, fasting, real fasting. Jesus didn't say if you fast. He said when you fast. Fasting weakens the flesh so the spirit can rise. It sharpens your sensitivity. It breaks spiritual barriers that prayer alone does not break. Daniel fasted for 21 days, and heaven moved from the first day he prayed. Some of your answers are already released, but you gave up too soon. Fasting gives you the endurance to break through. If this message is stirring your spirit, click the like button. Not for me, for the thousands who need to hear this. Your engagement pushes this message to someone who's one prayer away from giving up. Click it now. The third habit, praying scripture. The most powerful prayers aren't emotional speeches. They are declarations of God's own word. Jesus did not argue with the devil. He said, "It is written." When you pray scripture, you are praying what God has already promised. You're not begging, you're standing. Healing? By his wounds we are healed. Provision? My God will supply all my needs. Freedom? God has not given me a spirit of fear. This is how you pray when you want a breakthrough. The fourth habit, forgive before you pray. Jesus said in Mark 11:25, "When you stand praying, forgive." Unforgiveness blocks prayers. It poisons the heart. It shuts heaven. You can fast for 40 days, cry out for hours, but if you hold a grudge, your prayers will hit a wall. Forgiveness is not saying it was okay. Forgiveness is saying, you will not hold my soul hostage anymore. When you forgive, the weight lifts, the flow returns, and God begins to move again. The fifth habit, persistent, unyielding, shameless prayer. Jesus told us about the persistent widow. She kept coming, kept knocking, kept asking. God honors that kind of faith. Most people quit too early. You prayed once, nothing happened, and you stopped. But your miracle may be on the next prayer. Take that request you've been carrying and commit to praying for it every day for the next 30 days. Back it with scripture. Pray with expectation. Pray until something breaks. Prayer is not about getting, it's about becoming. Moses didn't ask for a radiant face. It happened because he was in God's presence. Real prayer transforms you. It sharpens your discernment, softens your heart, aligns your desires with God's will. You can't stay the same after encountering him. You can't build intimacy without investment. If someone opened your schedule and your screen time, what would they say you worship? Prayer must become your first priority, not your last resort. Everything changes when God becomes the center. David said, "My whole being longs for you." That's why God used him. Not because he was perfect, but because he was hungry. God responds to hunger. These 5 habits are not formulas, they are foundations. Silence before prayer, fasting, praying scripture, forgiving, persisting. Start with 1. Take 1 small step, because 1 obedient step can unlock a future breakthrough. When you align your life with these truths, your prayers stop being wishes and start becoming weapons, and heaven will respond.